What's going on? Hey, my people, all of my wonderful YouTube family and friends. Welcome to Adventures of Ty. My name is Ty, and today is Monday in Concal, Yucatan, Mexico, which I currently live with me and my family. My 3 kids and my dad. We moved here about almost 3 years ago, and we have been enjoying it ever since. Right now I am on my little walk to go see my kids practice volleyball, which I have started to do since Christmas. I got them some scooters so we can try to save up on some of these Uber bills. So they have been taking the scooter, and I have began walking, which I can use a little bit of walk here and there, to burn some calories, especially after the holidays. I've been eating so much. If you guys have been watching my channel, you'll know that you probably saw that we had a wonderful time with some new friends, some people that we met at church that we just joined. One of the members is a mother of one of the children on my son's volleyball team. Actually, all my kids' volleyball team. All 3 of them play, and she invited us to church service. And so I've gone a couple of times. Yesterday, me and the girls went, which was Sunday. The church service started at 6 p.m. And so we caught a Didi there, which is similar to an Uber that you guys may have in, of course, familiar with the United States. But the Didi, you can kind of negotiate your price. And so we took a Didi there and had a wonderful service. I was able to kind of follow along. Since the first time I went, I kind of got accustomed or remembered some of the things that they did in the previous service. So I kind of knew what to do this time. Of course, the offering, all churches, they have the offering. I was familiar with that. But the little birthday celebration, if anyone has a birthday, everyone goes around and they go up and tell the birthday person happy birthday, hug them, all of that. They come up to the front, all of that good stuff. So that we got to do. There was someone who had a birthday. What else? Had some great music. The last service that I went to was outside of the church, but yesterday they had service inside of the church, which surprisingly it was very comfortable. They did have some fans which circulated in there, circulating the air, but it was very comfortable. I didn't get bit by no mosquitoes, which is good. And it was a great service. Thanks to Google Translate, I was able to follow along. Brianna and I, we watched the service. Allison, they have a little kids section in the back. She went back with the kids and had their own little service there. And so Brianna and I were able to enjoy the service and follow along again through Google Translate. A lot of the songs that they played, they were able to put the words up on the projector screen, and so I was able to follow along. Now I don't speak Spanish, cannot really read Spanish, but I do know a lot of the pronunciation, so I was able to kind of sing along to the music, and just kind of look back and forth on my other phone to kind of see what was being said or sung. The service was talking about Abraham and having faith in God, trusting and believing in following his word, believing, listening, making sure that you're listening to his voice and paying attention and following him, doing whatever he asked you to do. And so that was a great message that I was able to receive on yesterday. And after the service, we were about to leave, me and my girls, and we were invited to one of the members' homes. It's actually the same lady that invited us initially, one of the mothers of the volleyball team, and we walked right to their house, which was right around the corner, and they invited us into their home. Now, I've been into a couple of my neighbors' home, but never actually sat down and had a meal. So this was my first time, honestly, y'all. Hola, buenas noches. This was my first time being amongst so many people here in Mexico. You know, of course, you know, you go to the malls and things like that, but actually having a personal, you know, intimate conversations, and, you know, having everyone around you and sitting down and eating. We cooked all of this that night. As soon as we walked up, the mother, her mother lived right next door, so the house was kind of conjoined, and so we had the dinner at her mother's house, which I call the grandma. And so they started preparing everything right there. They brought out, you know, all the meat, which I thought was chicken, pollo, but it was actually turkey, and I don't remember how to pronounce the word turkey in Spanish, but it was some fried turkey, and they were basically picking all the turkey off of the bones. And, you know, I'm a little bit, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm shy, but, you know, I was wanting to kind of, you know, join in, and I'm thankful that they, you know, asked me, you know, if I wanted to help, and I, you know, definitely was obliged to do so. And so went in to the kitchen, washed my hands up, and went right to it, all outside. We picked all the meat off of the turkey, which was a whole bowl full of fried turkey. Picked all the meat off, and then the grandmother, she brought out this big bowl full of dough, and she began rolling the dough into these little balls. And there were a lot of women there. Pretty much the whole church came, which I found out was actually something that they do every time after service. This particular time, the birthday guy that was there, he was there, and we had the whole celebration for the birthday as well. But they were rolling out the dough, and they had the little press thing, which they made into like little tortillas, and I was able to watch them fry the tortillas up. They kind of puffed up into like this little puff type thin pastry, and they had the lettuce and the tomatoes and onions and avocado, all of these lemons. They had all of this, and they prepared this food so fast. I mean, it was enough to feed about 100 people, I promise you. This was the first time I ever tried avocado. I didn't think it was going to be something that I liked, but I am the type of person, you know, I don't like to be rude and not eat somebody's food. So they put everything on the tortilla, and I ate it. As a matter of fact, I had about at least four of them, I know for sure. And my kids also enjoyed it. I sliced up my little lemons, or limes, they say lemon, but I sliced up my limes, which I have grown to love here. I put lime on everything, and ate them things up. It was good. Of course, everybody here loves Coca-Cola. So we had the Coca-Cola and the manzana type soda, which is like an apple soda. And everybody ate as a family. There was also, I noticed the grandmother, she had taken the bones from the chicken that we had, or the turkey that we had taken all the meat off, and I saw that she had taken it into the kitchen and she put it into a pot. What I didn't realize was that she was making like a little broth, and so she brought the broth out, and I didn't know what to do. I thought she was supposed to kind of, you know, douse it over the tortilla. So at first I was just kind of like putting it over my tortilla, and it was good that way. But then I was kind of looking around at everybody else to see what they were doing, and I realized you're supposed to just eat it. Of course, it was a spoon in there, I should have known, but you're supposed to just, you know, eat it like soup, and it was good too. I literally, you know, took the bowl up to my mouth and finished all the rest of it. It was so delicious. We had a really good time. Again, there was a birthday celebration, so there was cake. Allison, there were so many kids there, so Allison was able to go and hang out and play. She had a wonderful time. Matter of fact, when it was time to go, she did not want to leave. Brianna had kids that were her age, and they kind of, some of them speak a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of English. Of course, we don't speak fluent Spanish. We know very few words. We are learning. We are taking lessons to learn Spanish, but they were able to communicate, through Google Translate and through the little words that they did know. So she had a good time as well. We were all we felt so welcomed into this family, and we really enjoyed it. We're actually supposed to be going back on the 31st. Hola, buenas noches. We're going to be going back on the 31st, which is New Year's Eve. There's going to be a celebration, and we're going to be bringing dishes. So I'm going to be bringing some fried chicken for the volleyball Christmas celebration. I fried up, oh my gosh, it was about, 60 or 70 pieces of chicken. And what I did was, chicken here is very affordable, the pollo. I buy chicken thighs and I slice them up, typically like in threes. So I'll slice the leg, of course, and then I'll take the thigh and I'll slice that in half. So I fried up all this chicken for the volleyball Christmas party and took it, and even the Uber driver, when we rode in the Uber, he was like, oh my God, it smells like Church's chicken. He was like, I lived in America and it reminds me of Church's chicken. There is a Church's chicken here. There are quite a few Church's chicken here in Merida. But he was like, did you buy it? I was like, no, I made this. So even the Uber driver was like, man, it smells good. But I took that to the volleyball team and they tore it up. When I tell you, every last piece, I think it was like one piece left. People were coming up like, is it any more chicken? So I felt like that was a success. Of course, I fried it the old Southern way. And I felt like that was a success. And so I'm going to be bringing that to the event on the 31st. And also some candy, because they're going to be doing piñatas as well. And so I'm looking forward to that. Again, we had such a great time. I met so many amazing people. You'll see some of the videos that I did. Some of the videos that I did during the event, where we ate and prepared the food. There was music there. The pastor was there, and one of the other musicians who played the guitar. So both of them were playing the guitar and singing, and the whole everybody there just kind of joined in singing, even the kids. And so I thought that was really nice. We had a really good time. All of my kids had a good time, and I know when they have fun, I know that it's love there. I definitely felt it. I felt welcome, and we'll definitely be going back. And yeah, again, looking forward to the Christmas Eve event. The New Year's Eve event. The kids are looking forward to that as well. Of course, they ready for the candy, the games, all of that stuff. They're gonna be having that going on there on New Year's Eve. Hola, buenas noches. So of course I am walking on the track that you guys have probably seen before. I'm not really gonna turn the camera around because y'all kind of seen everything. But I'm walking to the track, on the track to my kids' volleyball practice. I'm walking a little bit faster today, so I might be breathing a little bit hard. Today the weather is nice. It's a little bit warm. I think I might be breaking a little bit of a sweat. But I still brought my jacket just in case it does get a little bit cooler tonight. It's probably almost 6 o'clock now. I left the house about 20 minutes till 6, and so Sun is going down. Feeling pretty good. No bugs, none of that out. So I'm able to walk this trail with no problems. Not worried about getting ate up by no mosquitoes. And so a lot of the people there that I met, they, you know, told me about, one of them actually knew that I had a YouTube channel. I think it was the mom. I became Facebook friends with her initially. So I think she saw on my page that I did YouTube. So they were very interested in, you know, becoming Facebook friends with me and subscribing to my channel. They told me about some of the things that they did. I met a baker there. She makes beautiful custom cakes, and I put her information in the video. I met a lady and his wife. The husband, he fishes, and so he has a whole business where he goes out and they catch fish, and I'm assuming has that available to sell. I put that in the link as well. I met another lady who makes clothes or sells clothes in Progresso. Beautiful clothes that she showed me, and again, that's in Progresso. There were just so many amazingly talented people there. The girl on my kids' volleyball team, she plays volleyball and she played the drums in church. I was just so amazed how talented you know, everybody is. And you know, I think that's really good influence for my kids. You know, these younger kids here, they're so nice, so very respectful. All those people there, there was not any type of, you know, commotion, or, you know, the music that they were playing was, it was nice church music. I ain't understand the words, but it was beautiful. And all the kids, they played very well together. You know, no arguing and fussing and fighting. It was just so peaceful. And that's one thing that I really love about here in Mexico, Concal, Mexico. We initially came expecting to move to Merida. That's kind of what drew me here through research online and through YouTube. But we landed here in Concal, which is about 15, 20 minutes from Merida. And we have been here ever since, going on 3 years now. We are in our second home. The first home we were in for about a year, and now we found this home, which was literally right down the street. Still very close to a lot of places, very convenient. My dad, who is 69, is able to walk the same track and get to a lot of the places, like to do laundry, to get his medication, and there are a lot of convenience stores all right here. There's actually a 7-Eleven right down the street that we go to often. They make the best cookies, freshly baked cookies, chocolate chip cookies, white chocolate cookies, which is my favorite, all type of pastries, freshly made every day. They also have really good coffee too. So that, you know, like I said, we kind of fallen in love with Concal. There are a lot of other different areas here within Merida that are just as nice. We visited a lot of places. We've been to, we recently went to Uman, which is about an hour away. We took the bus there. The kids had a volleyball tournament there. That was a nice little small town. Honestly, it wasn't a lot to do there. So we just kind of, after the game, we walked around just a little bit around the little center of the town, and then we went ahead and took the bus back. We have been to Celestun, which is a beautiful beach. We took the bus there. When we first arrived, we really didn't know how to get around. We were taking Ubers everywhere, which can't add up. I mean, you take an Uber to, say, Progresso or to Celestun, which we have done before, it's expensive. And so once we learn how to take these buses, you know, that's what we've been doing. So we gone to Celestine. Of course, we've been to Progreso a few times. We've been to Los Colorados. We have been to where else? Oh my goodness, so many other different places that are near here. We go to Merida quite often, which has a lot of different malls and things, museums, a lot of different things that you can kind of go and just either walk around, either during the day or at night. We like to go at night because, of course, the sun is down. We've gone there a couple of times and rode a little horse and carriage, which is really nice in Merida. But yeah, we visited a lot of different places. We kind of learned to get around, and we are really still loving it here. I believe it's one of the best decisions that I've ever made, moving my family here to Mexico. A lot of people, you know, have their doubts and, you know, their reasons for, you know, like, or questioning why Mexico, but we enjoy it. It is very affordable. The house that we live in is a beautiful home, something that I would have never been able to afford in the United States. I know people that are, you know, spending thousands of dollars in rent or mortgage, and we pay under that, well under that, for the beautiful house that we live in, and with a pool, a backyard, big, huge upstairs, downstairs home that is able to, that we all can live in very comfortably. A lot of things are very different. The groceries, I know groceries and things have gone up in the United States. Groceries, utility bills, health care, everything is going up in the United States right now. And I'm sure probably other places as well, but I know particularly in the United States, groceries here is very affordable. I mean, very affordable, and it's 5 of us, and so I'm able to get groceries. A lot of times I get groceries, you know, 2 and 3 times out of the week, and I have it delivered. I very rarely go to the grocery store anymore. I have everything delivered, and even that is affordable. Typically, to have stuff delivered is like 20 pesos, which is, sometimes I do a little bit more depending on how much stuff, but like 20 to 50 pesos. 50 pesos is like $3. And so that's affordable. The medicines are very affordable here. We've gone to and had to have doctor visits a few times. All of us, really. I think all except for Allison. And that has been affordable. Very reasonable. Prescriptions. My dad can get all of his prescriptions for like 500 pesos, which is like $25. With the exchange rate, it has gone up a little bit, so it might be close to $30 now. But he's able to get all of that affordable, where in the United States it was so much more. And so we've been able to save, we've been able to do a lot more, experience a lot more. We're learning so much. We're finally learning another language. Even my dad, he is speaking, you know, his little words that he know. His accent may be a little bit funny, but he, you know, he's learning words as well. We're learning the culture here. Like I said, there was a lot of the food that we ate at this gathering yesterday that I probably would have never ate because I'm very picky, and but I ate it and it was good. And so we're definitely embracing the culture, and very, very thankful to God that he has allowed me and my family to live here and be safe and comfortable, and meet so many amazing people that have embraced us into this community here in Concal. Like I said, we've been here ever since we moved to Mexico, and so we know a lot of the local people, and they know us. There's not that many black people here, specifically in Concal. There's a lot of black people here in Merida, but in Concal, you don't see that many. We are out a lot, and I very rarely see black people here in Concal. Sometimes you may run into them, you know, if you're out in Merida, but really, they know us, you know, especially my dad, because he's a big, tall, you know, black man. And so, you know, they see us out, they're always like, oh, where's your papa? Or they, you know, they know the girls, you know, by name. A lot of the places that we go to, they're like, where's Brianna? Where's Allison? And so, hola, buenas noches. We have really enjoyed being here in Concal. Again, my kids, they're on the volleyball team. They have been playing volleyball now for a little over a year, and they've met so many nice people that play with them, nice kids their age, and the coaches are really nice. It's not a very expensive thing, you know. We have bought jerseys, and there's like a little tournament fee, but I'm talking a little bit of money. A little bit of money. A lot of the stuff in the United States, I mean, you have to do chicken and fried fish sales, and, you know, ask money and kind of try to get people to give you money and all that stuff so that you can afford to have your kids play sports. But here it's, you know, probably about $25 that I had to spend on each kid, and that's US dollars. And so even things like that is very affordable. And so again, that's one of the reasons why I love being here. You know, not only the affordability, but again, the people, the culture. You don't have a lot of that. You don't have no violence here, honestly. You hear of it. There are some things that happen. I'm going through a little bush here, but it's all good. There are things that happen. You know, things happen everywhere. You know, there's no place that's 100% safe, but you very rarely hear about it. I'm honestly never heard of anything right here in Concal. And if something does happen, everybody gonna know about it, and it's gonna be all over the little Facebook place, because people are gonna be talking about it and making sure that you're aware of what's going on. My girls are 9 and 13, and they are growing up so fast, and my worry was especially for them in the United States. And of course, my son, he's a young kid, you know, and he went through a lot growing up, and so he, you know, we really didn't have such a close relationship in the United States because I worked, and, you know, I was away from the house a lot. And so a lot of the things, you know, that he was going through, I wasn't even aware of. Since coming to Mexico, since moving here, we have built a much stronger relationship, all of us. I work from home, and of course I work a US job, and I do that online, and so I'm able to be at home and work, still be involved, still you know, be able to do the things that need to be done, house stuff, you know, because I'm a single mom. Be able to get all of that done with little to no stress. You know, we still have some things that, you know, get on my nerves, you know, the kids keeping their room clean, little things like that, but it's so much less stressful here. Even down to traffic. I have anxiety, and I can remember, you know, every morning having to get up and, you know, get me and the kids ready, and then have to drive in that traffic in the mornings and in the afternoons. And when I tell you, it would stress me out so bad, I would get home and I would have to sit in my driveway for like 30 minutes just to kind of calm down and prepare myself to be, you know, a mother to my kids. So little things like that you know, and it's just so, I feel so much better. I have less anxiety here in Mexico. I have less fears of my kids, anything happening to them. You know, I still am on Facebook, of course, and I see a lot of the things that are happening in the United States and locally, right where I lived, you know, in the Greensboro High Point area, where people getting shot and killed, kids getting shot and killed, you know, and that's scary. I remember right before we left, the night before we left, that's all we heard. Before we left once before, and we moved to Jacksonville, North Carolina, which was a nice area. It was a military area. We loved it there, but it just didn't work out. And so, but before we moved to Jacksonville, I can remember the area, the same neighborhood that I grew up in, East Side in High Point. We grew up on Oberlin Drive, gunshots all night long. That's all I heard. And I'm like, this is crazy. And so when we moved to Jacksonville, North Carolina, we lived there for 2 years. I took me, my kids, and my mom and dad. And we lived there for 2 years, and I want to tell you, that was probably the best time of our lives. My mother, God rest her soul, she loved it there. She didn't even want to leave. They were the most healthy, the most happy, I believe, that they had been in a very long time. But things just didn't work out, and it was time to come home. And my mom, she passed away less than 6 months later when we moved back. And so we moved back to Greensboro, North Carolina, which was even crazier. You know, things was happening all the time. I couldn't even walk to the store, you know, without getting harassed, or you know, driving down the daggone street, people with road rage wanting to daggone cuss you out, and all kind of craziness. So much influence there, you know. People that, you know, you you try to get away from, you try to, you know, separate yourself, but you can't do that when you've lived in the same, you know, area your whole life. You've never gone anywhere, you've never been anywhere. And so for me, stepping outside of that box was one of the best things that I could have ever done for me and my family. My kids, they have always been very shy, very soft-spoken. I couldn't even get my kids to go up and say hey to nobody. We didn't talk to each other. We were living in the same household, and we didn't even communicate with each other. But since moving here, their confidence has been built. They are able to communicate. You know, I always felt like I feel it's important to be able to communicate with your kids and teach them how to talk to people. You know what I mean? I think that's very important. I grew up in a household where we was always told, you speak when you're spoken to, you don't talk to grown-ups, you go sit down somewhere, you know, that type of thing. And that's just how I was raised. That's how a lot of people was raised. But, you know, once I got older, I couldn't talk to nobody. You know what I mean? It took experience. You know, a few of my jobs that I worked at, you know, it allowed me to build that confidence and be able to talk and be able to speak like I had some sense. You know what I mean? I dropped out of school. I finished the 10th grade, and that was it. So I dropped out of school, and I ain't have no education. But, you know, thankfully, I was able to make it and be successful in the United States, and have, you know, successful employment. But again, you work for these companies and you spend your whole life for these companies. You spend more time at these companies than you spend with your kids. You know, your kids spend more time at school than they do at home. You know, it's like everybody get home, it's time to take baths, eat, you know, and go to sleep. And so, you know, a lot of these things are very different here. Hola! So here I'm here about to get my daughter's glasses replaced. She broke her glasses playing volleyball. And so I'm about to drop her glasses off right now. This is a little eyeglass place here. So I'm about to drop her glasses off really quick. Uh-oh. Hola, buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
¿Cómo está?
Bien, bien.
Bien. Alison.
Sí.
Sí.
Sería cambiarle el marco.
Sí.
Se rompió de la base.
Sí, sí, sí. Perdón.
Transmitiendo.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Sí.
Vamos a ver.
So this is the eyeglass place that we went to. They have a huge selection here of glasses. I haven't been able to figure out how to turn my camera around. So I'm just going to show y'all like this. And I may have to cut the music, so I won't get copyrighted. And I can't get monetized for it.
Podría ser este.
¿Sí?
El rojo.
Perfecto.
A ver si hay otro.
Okay, otro. Let's see otro. Azul. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that one no.
Está grande.
Okay. Brianna, she broke hers a few months back, and we were able to get hers replaced, and she found some with Brianna's initial on it. So that's kind of what Allison was wanting, but I'm just gonna see what options that he has. Maybe he may find something that she will like.
Ay, Mikey.
But he has a really nice selection of glasses.
Negro.
I think sí, rojo. Sí. I think she'll like these. They got like a little design on it, and it's red in the inside. So I think she'll like that. And of course it's black frame. This is what they need up here. They need some leg-on goggles, the way they be playing. Those are a little bit more expensive, but when I came to get Rihanna's glasses replaced, he gave her new frames. He just, you know, popped the lens out and gave her a new frame. We came to pick them up, I think, the next day, and it was 100 pesos, which is I can't do the math right now, but I think it's like $1 in US dollars, maybe even less, honestly. So again, very, very affordable. It's information I hate. I'm probably going to have to cut because of the music, but I might just risk. No. See, aquí. See, I found another pair, but I think Allison would probably like these better. But again, the very affordable, glasses. The exam he did right here, behind the wall. See, okay. And I think he might have them ready in just a minute, so I can take them right to her. The volleyball court is just right down the street from where I am right here. We're less than 5 minutes walking away, walking. So it looked like he's gonna be able to fix them right now. But yeah, I may just risk not getting the monetization or I could probably edit it a little bit to cut the music out and still have this information that I'm providing. But they take Visa. Honestly, I don't know what the name of this place is, but I will show it's right here on Calle dos Dos in Concal. Again, he does the eye exam right here. And when they initially picked out their glasses in the frame, he did the eye exam. I think it took maybe two days. And we were able to come back and pick up the glasses. The glasses each, I think, they each picked out different glasses, but I think the total, they were maybe like 400 or 500 pesos a piece, which is probably 25, 50, maybe less than $75 for all three of them to have the eye exam and get glasses. 75 US dollars. DJ lost his glasses in an Uber. His eyes were the least, his eyes were a whole lot better. Brianna has needed glasses since she was like in first grade, and her eyes are really, really bad. She actually had to have surgery, when she was like 6 years old, because her eyes were going cross. And so she had surgery and she's had glasses ever since. And Allison, right before we moved, they do the eye exams in the United States with the kids in school, and we found out that she needed glasses. And so once we got here, we were able to get her glasses. So her exam was done and she definitely needed them and we got them. But DJ, his eyes were not bad. He could see fairly well, but he did get the glasses. So when he lost his glasses, he left them in an Uber. I was like, we'll replace them whenever. And, he just haven't done it yet. But it is still affordable. I'll probably be getting mine done. I've been doing some reading glasses. I've been doing those for a couple of years and feels like my eyes are getting worse. So I'll probably come and get an exam done myself and pick out me some glasses. So yeah, he done got her glasses swapped out already, y'all. These are her old glasses. You see, they were black and they did have a little bit of color, so very similar to the new ones that she just picked out. But this is what happened, to the glasses. This broke off right here. So these are her old frames. He now already popped out the lens and he got her new ones ready. Already. That fast. That fast. You can't do that in the United States. I promise you, in the United States, I told you, Brianna, she needed glasses. She, needed to have surgery, all that stuff. And we were on Medicaid. When it was time for her to get her glasses, it was like a year, perfecto. Awesome. ¿Cuánto?
800?
Ocho? Okay. 800. So only 80 pesos, y'all. 80 pesos. That's like $4. You see this, right? And she's getting a case. Wow. Oh my God. So awesome. She's gonna have to be more careful with these glasses. But she's getting the case. She's wrapping them up really nice. This has been the best experience ever right here in Concal on Calle dos Dos. Definitely check him out if you need to get your eyes checked, if you need glasses, if you need glasses replaced. This is the place to come. So you see it.
800.
Ocho.
800.
Oh.
980, 800.
Oh, okay. So he is saying, oh my God, that's 800 pesos. 6. That's 6.
6.
So, and I didn't bring no more money. Un momento. I got my other phone here. So that's still like $30. Let me see. I'm gonna ask him, can I bring back the money? Can I bring back the rest tomorrow? I don't have any more cash.
Sí,
Sí, okay,
no
perfecto.
problem.
Perfecto. Okay, so that's 6. Gracias.
Ay,
Muchas gracias.
vamos a pasar bien.
Okay, perfecto. Adiós.
Adiós, buenas
Gracias.
noches.
Buenas noches. Feliz Navidad.
Igualmente, igual.
Okay. So that's why I got to work on my advance, y'all, and my numbers. Now, for some reason, maybe the glasses that Brianna got were a little bit less. I don't know. They weren't as expensive. Brianna's glasses was 100 pesos. Allison's, these right here, were 800 pesos. But still, 800 pesos is probably, I know, 500 pesos is like almost $30. So 800 pesos, I think those glasses for those frames were probably maybe $40. $35, $40, which still is not a lot. It's still not a lot, but you got to see right there, I was still able to take them glasses home. I gave him 600 pesos, which is like $30, and I'm just gonna come back tomorrow and give him the rest of the money. And you can see that this is a wonderful community where, you know, trust. You can't do that in the United States. I promise you, you cannot do that in the United States. But I was thinking he was saying 80 pesos, but he was saying ocho centos, 800 pesos. So anyway, we got the glasses with the case and the little cloth to wipe them off. I'm gonna go take these glasses to Allison, and then I'm just gonna take him. I gave him 6, so I owe him 200 pesos, which is like $10, like 10, 11, 12 more dollars. I'll come and bring that tomorrow. And he was just okay with that, like no problem at all. Again, you can't do that in the United States, y'all. You can't do it in the United States. But I guess I picked out some high A glasses for Allison. And he kept trying to show me these other ones. I should have asked him then the price instead of just agreeing on the ones that looked cool, because it did cost me more. But either way, it's okay. It is all right. But yeah, that was all my cash that I had. The kids went out last night about 2 o'clock in the morning. They walked to OXXO, which is a little convenience store, or they walked to 7-Eleven, one or the other. I think it was 7-Eleven, because they went and got some cookies. But they walked there and took cash that I had and got some stuff. They got some stuff for me too. I had to stop drinking them Coca-Colas. That's another thing that the pastor talked about at service just today, talking about how many of y'all got these New Year's resolutions that you know you're gonna do, that you done said you're gonna do and don't do them. One of mine is to stop drinking Coca-Colas. I done quit and got back on them again, but not as much. I have not been drinking them as much. I used to drink them all day, every day. Gracias. But probably drink maybe 1 or 2 a day. So it is better. And now that I'm starting to walk to practice back and forth 3 times a week, it's definitely going to help me as well. But y'all got to see that firsthand. Hola, buenas noches. Got to see firsthand that I was able to go in. Hola, buenas noches. Go in and get her glasses replaced right then on the spot, come right out. But one thing I was about to say is, with Brianna, with Medicaid, she got 1 pair of glasses a year. I think 1 or 2, I can't remember. I think it was just 1 pair of glasses a year. Now, every time I tried to get her eyes checked and have her replacement, they would be backed up for like a year. Believe it or not, a year. And so I think that's just ridiculous. Ridiculous for you know, it to be backed up that much to get my baby eyes exam and for her to get some glasses. And this was with Medicaid. This was, you know, places that took Medicaid. Whereas here, this is walk in. You walk in and you walk out. Exam done. I was just talking about, I went to the doctor recently, which is in the same little area. Walked in, was seen by the doctor, walked out with my prescription, went picked it up, all in one day. All in one day, all within, you know, about 2 hours. So very different than the USA. But it's not just, so, you know, people ask me all the time, why Mexico? Somebody asks you, are you homesick? No. This is my home now. You know, I love it here. I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm so happy. My kids are happy. My dad is happy. Matter of fact, he walked here before they did. DJ, Allie, and Bree, they walked, or DJ walked and Allie and Bree rode their scooter. But my dad, he walked on his own. He got his little friends that he hangs out with up here. So he walked down here and he normally walked back. It's like a 30-minute walk. It's a good walk, good exercise. My dad is staying healthy here, you know, by walking and being active. And so this is the reason why. This is the reason why I'm here. This is the reason why I'm not coming back. Hola, buenas noches. That's the last thing I want to do is go back to the United States. Of course, I miss people, you know, miss my family. I'm sure they miss us. I miss the food. Definitely miss the food, but it wasn't good for me. I was eating crab legs and red crab and juicy crab and this steakhouse and that steakhouse. I would eat McDonald's every single day. Every morning I would go to McDonald's for breakfast before work, and I would go there on lunch every day. McDonald's, either McDonald's or Wendy's or the little Chinese buffet. I was doing this every single day. Wasting money, eating out. We rarely eat out here. They have restaurants, you know, Domino's, he might do that every so often, different places, but for the most part, I cook. I buy fresh food, fresh meats, fresh fruits and vegetables, and I cook. I don't cook all the time. Trust and believe that. I don't cook every day, but I do cook, and I save money, and we are eating healthier. So we have reached Concao. Again, it is Christmas time, so all the Christmas decorations are up. We came here and took our little pictures and all of that stuff. They had the parade, all that good stuff. That's the municipal back there, which is like the police station, and the ambulance, all of that stuff. That's a little bus that we normally take to Merida. They got a whole bunch of them that come through every like 15 minutes. First thing in the morning until all the way at night. Look at my daddy over there talking. He's talking to his little friend. Look, when I tell you, people be asking, how your daddy doing? You see right there, he got his community here, he got his friends here, and he enjoys it. They probably don't know what in the world he's talking about. But he has a good time. Hold on. Hola. Buenas noches. Hold on. Hola. Hola. Buenas noches. Hola. Buenas noches. But yeah, he over there having a good time, so I ain't even gonna bother him over there. He's talking to two people over there. He over there holding a whole conversation with. He stay safe here. He wear his mask all the time. We just recently got sick, me and the kids, but thank the Lord he did not. He even walked. When he walking by himself, he still got his mask on. He don't play no game. But we are here at practice right now. Allie is practicing. Bree is over there waiting for her practice. They have a whole lot more people on their team. I don't know where DJ over there too. But yeah, this is Concao Central. That's the temple right over there. Every town has its own little center, or centro is what you would call it. And this is where the community gathers. They come here, they have different sporting events. I think that was football or something over there that I was just kind of trying to scoot through real quick. They got pads on, I don't know, but the parents be out here, you know, supporting them. They got a baseball field right here where they come to play baseball. You see couples together. Marriage and relationships is so sacred here. You always see mom and daddy and the kids together. I don't see a lot of baby daddies around here. I don't know, I may be wrong, but you don't see a whole bunch of baby daddies. These men, they stay with their wives, with they, you know, with they mates, with they woman, you know, they marry them. They don't play around. And so, you know, that's why the community is so strong here. You don't have those broken relationships, you know, you don't have that brokenness as, you know, as a child and grow up with that, because you got both parents in the household. That was the message I heard last week in service. But yeah, this is a little temple. I recorded here the other day. They had somebody, I think it was a little wedding reception right here. Me and DJ went into this church one time. Typically, I think most people here in Mexico are Catholics, and so it is a little bit different. Me and DJ went into that church, and honestly, I was a little bit frightened. I was a little scared because it's very sacred. You can feel it. It was like I don't know, like a little clear coffin, I think, with the replica of Jesus in it. And so it was a little bit scary, but we walked in there, nobody, you know, looked at us funny or anything like that. I kind of walked around and, you know, walked on out. But the church that I went to, or have been going to, is of course much smaller than this one. But hey, I'm sure we will be just as welcome in this type of church. See, Bree told me I could tap it and it would turn the camera, but I don't see it happening. So I just wanted to try to pan out and let you see how grand it is. But that's that. My daddy, he finally went over here. I can see him going over here to sit down now and watch the kids. Practice started at 6. It normally goes from 6 to 6:30 for Allison, and then from 7:30 to about 10:30 for Brianna and DJ. So yeah, I think I might walk back down here to Super Willie's and get me something to drink. My mouth is kind of dry. I'm a little bit parched, so I'm gonna walk down here. At least I can buy something because they take card. Well, they take tap. Yeah, that's another thing. If you come to Mexico, be prepared. I came prepared, but I guess I wasn't prepared enough. I had, you know, all kind of cards. I had my, you know, debit card and Cash App card. I had my child support card, you know, all this and that, and I lost every last one of them. One I lost in a machine because the power goes out sometimes, and it got stuck in the machine when the power went out. Other 2 cards, I just lost them. But thankfully, through this advanced technology, I have the little online app, little wallet. So a lot of places here in Mexico, they do take tap, so I can buy things like that. And everything else, you know, I just buy, you know, do online, pay. We have Netflix. I pay my Netflix, which is cheaper than the United States. Even though I be trying to watch stuff in the United States, I'm constantly having to put the little VPN on, but Netflix, they be getting hip to it, so they be trying to cut me out. So I still be getting on to watch the USA shows and movies, which is not too much different, but a lot of the stuff is not available here in the Mexico Netflix, but it is cheaper. And so that's my cell phone bill. I pay that online. My cell phone bill is $5 a month. Yes, $5 a month for cell phone. We have internet at home, of course. We have like the Optimum, or the, I don't even know what you want to call it, but it's like the best internet you can have, and that's $25 a month. Bills that I was paying in the United States, when I tell you, I was paying $700 a month for a car. Couldn't even afford insurance and to get the tags renewed and all that stuff. So you already know, I was paying, you know, almost $1,400 for a mobile home, 3-bedroom mobile home. Paying $300 a month for cable. My my light bill was running me. At one time, it hadn't got to about $1,000. I was on the little payment plan thing. That was running about $400 or $500 a month. Gas bill, that was like $250 a month. So many bills in the United States. Where here, I have maybe 3 or 4 bills. The highest bill that I have is my rent. Again, is less than $1,000. My light bill, the electricity bill you pay every 2 months here. Now, I have gotten in trouble a couple times because the air conditioning, that can run your bill up really high. But we are learning to manage that. But you only pay that every 2 months, and still way less than what y'all paying over there in the United States. So I'm here at Super Willie's. Hola, buenas noches. I'm finna get me a little soda or something. But yeah, bills are way less. I got the music in here too, so I'm probably gonna cut this short. But they got, you know, it's a nice little grocery store here. Got pretty much every little thing that you may need. They just don't have meat. They got deli meat. Yes, I am about to get me a Coca-Cola and some chips, which I know I don't need, but I'm about to get it. Hola. Buenas noches. They got some good chips. They got lemon, salt and vinegar potato chips used to be my favorite, salt and vinegar Lay's, but you can't find that here. But they do have this lemon. This is like Lay's Sabritas. It's like a lemon. So it's similar to salt and vinegar. They do have the regular Lay's, the original Lay's. But these right here is my favorite. The Ruffles Queso is my favorite. So I'm about to get that. And my Coca-Cola. They got all different sizes in Coca-Cola. So yeah, I'm about to get this, and I'm finna go down here and watch the kids play volleyball. Hola. But again, everyone here is so nice and always happy. You don't see nobody mad, stressed, and frowning and fighting. Even if you gotta wait in the line for a long time, they happy. They are okay. You see a lot of people on bicycles, or walking here. That is very normal. A lot of people, they do have cars, and a lot of people ride motorcycles. But a lot of people ride just regular old bicycles or walk. Of course, we don't have a car, so we walk, we do Uber, and other, options that are similar to Uber. Or we take the bus. A lot of people ask about the bus too. Y'all, you can take the bus from Merida to Cancun for like 400 pesos, which is less than $25, like $25. I know a lot of people that, they get car service and things like that, but that bus fee, look, when I tell you, we can go to the beach, to Progreso Beach, to Celestune. Again, we went to Uman for the kids, volleyball tournament. We took the bus. I had probably taken one bus in my whole life in the United States, and I was about scared to death trying to get to work. I think I was about 17 years old. That was probably the only time I took the bus. But here we take it all the time. They be crowded. They don't have no limit. People be standing up, everything, on that bus. If you can fit, they'll take you. It works and it's very affordable. So, hola, buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Okay.
35.
Okay, gracias. Tepe. And I'm probably not saying that right, y'all, but
Buenas tardes.
all that. And I had to unlock my cash out because I ain't playing no games. I ain't trying to have nobody take my money. All right. Perfecto. Little tap, and let me lock my cash out back. And we are on the way. Gracias. Hasta luego. All right. See, y'all see a little taxi right there. We take that a lot. That's very affordable. Here's one right here. They be everywhere. You can find them. Hola. Buenas noches. You can find them, here in Centro. Very easy to find. You just walk and you ain't gotta worry about driving all crazy. This is the bus about to pass here that we take. Hola. Buenas noches. A little crosswalk, about to cross. You see the little dogs, they be hanging out, just chilling, enjoying the breeze. But yeah, you see all the little motorcycles. A lot of people ride motorcycles. These girls be out here on the motorcycle. I said, I'm gonna learn, and we're gonna get us a motorcycle. But yes, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining me today on this nice little walk. I said I was gonna try to make this video a little bit shorter because the last one was over an hour, but I think this one was about an hour too. I think this is like kickboxing or taekwondo or something. I'm gonna turn around the camera around so y'all can see these mothers get down over here. I mean, they kicking it out. Wow. That's like a kickboxing. Wow. Yeah, I might need to get Bree and Allie and something like this. This is cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's taekwondo. Okay. Nice. Hola, buenas noches. That is cool. Alright, so man, that was a nice little walk, y'all. Nice little exercise for me. It's gonna cool down a little bit. So I'm gonna go on over here and chill out. My daddy normally walk back a little bit earlier. So he probably done already left. He come out and just hang out for a little bit, talk to his friends, and then he'll watch the kids play for a little bit, and then he head on home. Yeah, he already gone. So we got Bree and DJ over here. Elephant. DJ and Bree say hey to the people. You got some shoes. Papi brought those for you. Wow. Hola. Buenas noches. That is so cool. Wow. So yeah, we got Coach Tapia, who was over there by the car, and then Coach Daisy and Coach Patty. Coach Patty, like, she dyed her hair.
Yeah, as I said, her hair looks browner.
Yeah, that's cool. He done already stole my chips.
get groceries.
Already. I should have got a big bag for these big bags. Now they be teaching me new words. 6, 7. Oh Lord. But yeah, thank y'all so much for joining me. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. And ooh, I'm sweaty. But yeah, I'm out. So y'all, I just realized why Allie glasses was so high. I'm sitting here talking to Brianna. When Brianna broke her glasses, you just say I sound like grandma. When Brianna broke her glasses, he just replaced the size. He gave her new D, but her frame, no, these her old ones. Her frames, this part, the front part was the same. The only thing that he replaced on Brianna's was the size.
She got red.
But with Allie glasses, she got her whole glasses replaced. So that's why hers was 800 pesos and Brianna's was only 100 pesos because he just replaced Brianna's sides. And I wasn't even thinking. And he let me, I only had 600 pesos, so he just let me pay 600 pesos and I told him I would bring the rest back. But don't put her glasses back up before that something happens to him. But yeah, she got actual new glasses.
I can't see though.
And her old
I can see up close now.
Allie.
Nah, these kind of look good. Boy, why do my eyes look smaller though?
Your glasses.
Don't my eyes look smaller with these on?
Play. Yeah, those are your glasses. Go on and play. Give me my thing back. I'm recording, bro.
They'll be fine.
But yeah, that's what happened. So that's why the price was different. And look, she not already messing up her little case and everything. Put her glasses back in there. Put them up. So that's what the difference was. I was thinking that I had to pick out some high glasses, but Allie got whole new glasses. And Bree just got that done. Give me my chips back, bro. I can't have nothing, man.
Can we go to?
I can't have
Get
nothing.
some. He can't see.
Why? So you can lose them again?
Yeah.
Well, he the oldest, and he lost his.
I can get a necklace.
Boy, bye.
You know, like a Liberia.
Oh, you talking about the necklace that go around your neck to hold your glass? Lord have mercy. So that's what that was. So typically it is still, it would have been cheaper if I would have just got the size. But I wasn't thinking. And I didn't even try to ask. He was offering me other ones and I should have asked the price before I agreed to the ones we got, but she'll be happy with them. Allie doing good.
You just need to go straight. Higher.
Come on, Allie. Take your time. Better. Better. Good job. All right, y'all. I'm out. Leave me alone.